I was going to say, how do we even start this episode? We just started it.
We just go for it. We just go for it.
I'm so excited.
It's wild because I feel this is going to be a really special walk down memory lane for those who have been with us the entire time.
Yeah, or even just like for the last 8, 7, 6 years, it's still a walk down memory lane because it's been 10.
Also, if you're new here and you started listening to one of our shows and then you stumble upon this one, you're going to learn a lot about our history. This is like a history episode.
Yeah. Right. So if you don't, there are some things you might find out.
That's true.
That you didn't know prior. I mean, there was once 3 of us. So if you didn't know that.
That's true.
Here we go. Because we have so much to cover for these last 10 years.
10 years. But I thought it would be fun to start out like expressing or explaining individually where we were 10 years ago. May 2016. What version of Liz was existing in the world?
Oh, she was beat to the gods.
Oh my God.
Remember my face was, I mean, not that I don't currently wear makeup a ton, but 2016 makeup, as we know, because we've had so much reminiscing of that, especially on Instagram. Like I would look at videos and I'm like, damn, those eyebrows came in first. I miss a thick, dark black winged liner. I miss my thick lashes. Like I loved that era. Like if I could go back to 2016, I absolutely would. Yeah. So much fun.
Yeah.
10 years ago though, like that's just, who was I? I mean, different partner.
Yes.
Live in my parents' house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just not even knowing what these next 10 years would bring, especially for us. Not that our friendship wouldn't have been amazing, right? But just to be talking into a microphone for 10 years. Like I never once thought that was going to be my life. Yeah. And now look at me.
Yeah. 2016, I was 29.
29. Yeah.
I was living in an apartment. Aunt and I were married for a year, almost a year.
Yeah.
I had 2 different cats who have since passed. And again, they're a big part because if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know the cats that were always on.
Yeah.
In the
and
background.
now you have 3. Now 3 cats. Michelle has a fresh kitten right now.
Fresh baby.
She's so sweet.
She's a fresh baby. And I was working as an assistant to a photographer.
Right. Which is, I mean, I've been at my job, the same job for the last 10 years.
But that's okay. It's just so crazy to think where I was 10 years ago. I was working on side projects, side podcasts, and very much listening to podcasts. But Tree Hill Talk started May 15th, 2016 was the air date.
The air date of our first episode. And since then we've had 165 Tree Hill Talk episodes. Wow. And that's not even the most amount of episodes we've done in a season. So, and it feels like we've done so many more One Tree Hill episodes than 165.
Well, I think also because we used to do commentary.
Yeah. Oh my God. We had commentary. We also had like pre-show at that point.
Pre-show predictions.
Yeah. Wow.
We had just bonus episodes and here's fun.
Stuck in the cups. This was the only thing that 3 hosts would sit around and use, a Yeti mic.
For those who are listening to the audio version of this episode, this is also available on YouTube if you want to see any of the visuals that we're going to be holding
join
up.
Us over there. Watch it a million times.
Please do. It's fun. But yes, we used one Yeti mic and we sat around my coffee table.
Yep. Right. We didn't even go into the office at this point. No. We were still we would watch the TV in the living room and stay in the living room. Yeah. And we would all sit around the coffee table and talk into this mic.
My beautiful Yeti mic, which was gifted to me as an engagement present in 2013 or 14. 3 friends got together and purchased this for Aunt and I for commercial combo. And I was like, this is the best engagement gift ever. I've never seen it feel so much. I've never felt so seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to touch it?
Yeah. I mean, this was my friend during COVID. Remember?
I know.
My little Yeti.
Your little Yeti.
Yeah. I had this mounted into my cedar closet in my bedroom. When I tell you, I would be sitting in my I can't even imagine. Well, we'll get to COVID, but
yeah,
this was hanging. I just left it in my closet, you know, because we would record every week still during COVID, and I just made it work. And I loved using the Yeti mic. It's super easy to use.
It's a great
if
mic.
you guys are starting out,
no,
it's a really good mic.
It's a good mic.
If you're one person, generally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
The sweet Yeti. But yeah, okay. So it was the three of us. Ingrid came to us and was like, One Tree Hill is my favorite show from when I was a teenager. Listen, I have never seen it. Let's do a podcast.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, which I'm pretty sure you do, Ingrid is a longtime friend of Michelle and I, and we just decided to watch this show, and she said, hey, do you guys want to start a podcast about it? Because and I was not a podcast listener, so I was like, yeah, sure, like not knowing anything that it was going to entail. And Michelle had done projects of podcasts before, and so we just did it. Like, what the heck?
We just did it.
We just did it. And we consistently did. And like, it was each week we didn't really think about not doing it.
Right. And Liz and I laugh about this all the time. We recorded. well, we would watch 2 episodes at a time, and each episode would consist of the recap of those 2 episodes. And those episodes were like 40 minutes long.
Right. They were shorter than our recap of one episode now, which is really funny because we had no format.
Yeah.
There was no. It was just, we just talked. And if you listened, you know, we all just talked pretty much at the same time.
Yeah.
We just went with it. And then as it became more and more successful, we were like, okay, now we have to really start putting like effort into quality. And then we started a Patreon.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know I knew what crowdfunding was, but then Ingrid's like, hey, I will just sign up for Patreon. I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I just was like, whatever you guys want to do. I don't know anything.
We had no idea. And at the time, we were all on Twitter, but our One Tree Hill community was on Twitter.
Yeah, which now, who's on Twitter? But
I'm not on Twitter.
I refuse to call it whatever else.
Right. The other name.
The X.
Yeah.
The X. It is the X. Yeah. Twitter was big, and Ingrid kind of took on this role of like, unfortunately for her, but we had so much fun. Like, she was the only one who had seen it. So she would answer like tweets, and on Patreon, I feel like mostly all of us were kind of active on there. But if it came to like, obviously if we had like a message, Ingrid would be like, wait, let me read it, because we did have things spoiled for us. And it just, it was a really fun and not stressful time. Even though there was so much work to be done.
Okay.
But it's like we gave ourselves that work.
Correct.
You know?
At this time, I don't remember when the first subscription box started.
Yeah, we did this to ourselves. I don't know when. We should look. We have no way of looking it up because we don't have that Patreon.
So you'll see pictures here of what we're talking about. But we started a monthly subscription box. If you pledged to our Patreon in the certain tier, you would get a themed One Tree Hill box.
I feel like it was like a $50 tier or $25 tier or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Because, and still to this day, the money we make on Patreon just funds our network. And so then it was the same thing.
Yeah.
And we just took that money and gave you guys One Tree Hill merch.
Yeah. And they were all curated. So we had a Peyton box, we had a Dan Scott box, we had a
Brooke, a Haley,
and then we had like the couples, the Leighton box, the Karen's Cafe box.
We had a bunch of boxes.
We had much.
We've had, we did those over the course of, I would say maybe like 5 seasons. I don't even know. Yeah. And then at one point we were like, did we do those up until we were done?
I don't remember.
I think we might have, because I remember the final box being like Tree Hill themed.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if we stopped doing that. You guys will have to let us know.
I know. Who got the boxes?
Who got the boxes? Let us know, because I don't remember when we stopped or started doing it, but it was so much fun because we would just get to like literally curate and create sometimes items to go in there.
Yep.
We worked a lot with what is now Friends with Benefits charity, but Raina, who owned One Tree Hill merch, we did a lot with her.
She was great.
She was so great. And like Etsy shop, like we just we nitpicked whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
Obviously within budget, and like sent those out every month.
I'd fill up a giant bag, go to the post office and ship out 10 to 15 boxes at a time. I think at one point we had 20 boxes.
Yeah.
And my friend Joe at the post office was just so helpful. He hooked me up all the time.
Quorum post office.
Oh, the best. The best. We used to, here's a little that I saved. I save everything, by the way.
Which is great.
I have all the letters and gifts that you guys have sent us throughout the years. And it really started with Tree Hill Talk because you guys just outpoured your love. But right now I'm holding up a head of Skills on a popsicle stick. We, at one point, and I think it was for our first birthday, Tree Hill Talk's first birthday.
Yep.
So May 2017, we had a Tree Hill Talk birthday party.
We sure did.
Look, this is a hat from that party.
Oh, I love that you kept all this. I'm so glad.
So we wore these hats. We set up all these heads on popsicles, which is like so weird that we did this.
Apologies to the actors. Like, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, I have that. And then you guys would send us props. These are the trick cups.
Trick cups. Didn't Simon send those to us?
No, Simon sent us the
Lucas thing. Someone sent us the trick cups.
I don't remember, and a script because I have a One Tree Hill script. But yeah, these cups are props. We used them.
We used them.
It says Ing on the bottom list. They're so gross.
Gross, but like
can't
10 years old almost.
Never throw these out.
Never.
And then sweet mugs.
Yeah, handmade mugs. We had handmade wine glasses.
Yes.
Which I still have in my closet.
Yep.
Like, that is, people really went all in, and we so appreciated every single thing. I still remember the photo of us like sad on Instagram. This is our RIP Keith Scott. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't, well,
right. There, yeah, we should have said this could be filled with spoilers.
Filled with spoilers this episode. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't. It's the 2 episodes at a time thing. Like, I really can't get over that. And then sometimes, like, when we watched 316, which, again, if you know, you know, we were like, no, we need to watch the second one. Like, so we just decided to sit there and watch it, another one.
Yeah.
And then record again. Like, that is just crazy. We just did not. We had no.
We just did.
We were just youngins.
It was just fun. It was all experimental, too. We were filming our recording our reactions on YouTube for live watches, which now would be the equivalent of us on Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And because, and now they're all copyrighted because you can't have a full 45-minute episode just playing streaming. So
yeah,
we had to get around that. Like, a lot of things have changed. You know, I'm sure, like, our theme song definitely we had to revamp that for when we had to re-release episodes because we were literally using Gavin DeGraw's song. Like, you can't do that. You can't do those things.
You can't do those things.
But good times, though. And like the start of us going to conventions.
Which I have, do I have it here? Oh my gosh.
Our passes?
Icon.
I have my pass too. Still.
Rest in peace, Icon. That was the first convention we went to.
Yeah, and we did a little giveaway.
We did a giveaway, and
which was fun.
That was really fun.
We did a few, I think, during that weekend. We were able to like kind of grab like an autograph or a picture or something, photo op opportunity.
Yeah.
So that was really fun to be able to be in the realm of like strictly this was a One Tree Hill convention.
Yeah.
The first one that we had been to.
Yeah. And we interviewed Lee Norris before we went to the convention.
We did. Yep.
Because when we went to the convention and we were like, Lee, it's us, Tree Hill Talk. And he
knew. And he was so sweet. And I'll never forget also, we were youngins at the time. So we were kind of like trying to be as respectful as we could to the people that were attending. And so we kind of like stood in the back. And then I remember when he like shouted us out into the audience, we were like, we're over here. Like, it was just a crazy feeling. We were so excited to hear that because someone had asked him a question about like a memory, and he was like, oh, I actually just recently talked about this on a One Tree Hill podcast. And he brought us up and we were like, and then since then, after that, we were able to be a part of like the start of Friends with Benefits charity events. And that was even more special because we got to walk into the building that Trick was filmed in multiple times. And we went to this maybe do we go 3 times in total? Maybe 2 times to Friends with Benefits, but we've been to Wilmington maybe 3 or 4 times together.
Yeah.
And that was just traveling together as friends is also really special.
So special. And we got to meet a lot of you guys at the conventions, which was just like even more special, like cherry on top.
Yeah.
Of all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were freezing, but it's fine.
Trick
we were freezing 2 years in a row. And then the one year when we went to Icon, it was like October. So it wasn't as cold.
Yeah.
But
yeah. The first time we went to Friends with Benefits, here's another piece of technology, because this just makes me cringe. Oh my God, I know. Okay. So eventually we upgraded from the Yeti to this, the Behringer multi-mixer here.
An old model of a Behringer.
I cannot tell you how stressful it was. We brought this on a plane. We packaged this
mics
and arms
and headphones, so much
cords, and we get to Trick and we're like, "Hey, Raina, where can we plug in? Like, are you
where
kidding
can we plug in? Yeah."
And again, like, this was very new. Like, they didn't have any podcasts attending. No media, right at that level, and so she put us near the stage. In the
She's like, here, this is where you could be. And so while we had such great ambiance of everyone there, you know, if you listen to those live at Trick episodes, go back. Yeah. It's actually really special to hear people in the background like talking and being excited and getting ready for their photo ops, and that feels really good to be a part of that. And then having our listeners just come and sit down and like, hey, do you want to talk to us for 5 minutes about whatever your favorite this or that is? And then Lee also came and sat with us. And and then the next year we were like, Raina, she hooked us up. She's like, you guys are going to interview Hillary and Antoine and Lee and James and Steven. We're like, I'm sorry, what? Like, we didn't even ask for it.
No,
that never would happen today. That would never happen.
She's so amazing. Like, it was just it's like hard to put into words.
Yeah,
it almost feels surreal.
It feels surreal. It feels like those weren't even us who did that.
Perfect way to say that. That's a perfect way to put it, because like we hosted the concert.
I know. She just threw us into whatever she needed us for.
We hosted the fashion show the first time. Like, just.
Yeah, it just absolutely insane.
Magical.
Being backstage, Michelle not even realizing that Tyler Hilton was behind her. We crack up every time we think about this. Ingrid and I were looking at Michelle, and you know, Tyler Hilton, very tall person. Michelle, pretty short person. And so he's literally just like a head over her, like leaning over her to look at the stage, because we were all backstage.
Yep.
And Ingrid and I are laughing because we're like, she doesn't even know he's looking over her head right now. This is so amazing. This is so crazy. Like, yeah, it was just really great memories.
Yeah.
Just really, like, again, like I said, like, wow, I don't even feel like that was me as a person.
Same.
It is a lifetime ago, even though it really wasn't that long ago.
I remember texting Aunt and being like, I finally feel like I'm doing something I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, it's all paying off for all the hard work.
Yeah, we did, though. The second time we did travel lighter.
We did travel lighter.
So I'm holding up our beautiful Zoom recorder, which is like this makes sense.
It fits in your palm almost. Like, that's what the Behringer.
I'm a tech nerd, huge. So like this stuff cracks me up. It just reminds you of your roots.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like and I'll never get rid of it, because this is the foundation. Mm-hmm. And now we've upgraded, as you guys can see every week.
Yeah. The one we have here, we can play a little.
Oh my God. The Rodecaster.
We can do whatever we want with this. We can control so many things.
I love it so much.
Yeah. I just want to highlight our top downloaded episode, which I think is absolutely crazy, is the 23 Days of Tree Hill with you, me, and Ing.
Interesting. That's our comeback.
It was a comeback after. Yeah. I mean, how many years? We stopped Tree Hill Talk, I believe, in 20. When did we stop Tree Hill Talk? 2019?
Maybe 2019?
Well, I think I had it. I had it somewhere in these damn notes.
Unbelievable. This is fitting. It's like Liam's here, the ghost of Liam. If you guys hear meowing, It's Niles meowing, and usually
he's got a pretty loud meow.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but yes, okay. So
no, we must have been done with it in 2018 because I remember finishing the last episode and talking about it on my first date with Randy.
Wow.
So, yeah, craziness.
Wow.
So we must have finished just around 2018. So then when we did the revamp of their 20-year reunion, it was 2023.
Yeah.
So we had not all podcasted together in quite some time.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our pilot is the second most downloaded episode. Because I feel like if you start, then you just continue.
Right.
That's like the trajectory. I was like trying to pull like downloads, and obviously like the pilot episode is the number one downloaded episode, and then they go from there. But there are some special bonus episodes that have surpassed the pilot. So
yeah, no, it's always interesting to see what episodes people will gravitate towards. I think it's hard to pick a favorite Tree Hill Talk episode, but I think it's the bowl of Tree Hill noodles.
I love that one too.
Which is just a clip of most of the cast
like
saying what kind of noodle they will be.
or something like that. Yeah. It's like under a minute.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so special.
Yeah.
And then like most memorable moment I feel like was when Lee came on the podcast for the first time, and then we got to Skype.
I can't
Skype with James and Steven.
That video just popped up for me, which
so funny.
I'll show you guys, of us waiting to talk to James and Steven.
And Steven was late.
Steven was
we're
late.
like, come on, Steven.
And he was just like, oh my God, my grandma would be so embarrassed for me. I swear I'm not this type of person. I will never forget laying in bed at 10 p.m. and James
after we got off?
Before this, James Lafferty emails with his Skype name. He's like, you guys can find me here. And then Stephen Clyde. I'm like, what is life? I'm in bed. And I'm like,
I can Skype these people at any time.
James Lafferty Skype. Are you
and that's like,
kidding me?
Again, old tack is Skype. Like, you know, we just got off of Zoom. Like, no, we don't even use Zoom ananymore.
That's
because
so true, right? Like Skype, and then setting up a mix minus with the Behringer and configuring that whole, it was
so much more complicated than it needed to be at that point.
Yeah.
And now obviously things are made for podcasters, but things are just more foolproof, and technology has advanced so much in this field that we don't have to. I mean, obviously we still stress about the technology. I mean, last night my internet went down when we were recording with our patron,
and like an episode we had like a bad cord.
Right.
It humbles us all the time.
It humbles us all the time, and we remember our roots. And then we say, you know what? This is what it's all we could do.
It happens.
You know, everyone has days.
Everyone has days, even tech.
Even tech.
Yeah.
Tech's allowed to have days.
Another favorite memory of mine is when we got to meet Allie in the city in 2017. She was one of our first pledges.
Might have been the first.
I think she was the first pledge. And she came to New York City. I think she was from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We met her for breakfast, and that was really special.
Yeah, I think we like walked around like Chelsea Market. We just got to meet her. I don't even know how it came about. I think maybe her and Ingrid were tweeting or something back and forth, and she was just like, hey, I'm going to be in New York. Are you girls available? And we kind of were like, actually, yeah, we are. And she was so sweet.
Yeah.
I loved that day. And she's still here. We don't get to hear from her as often, but she's still here. Hi, Allie. Like, you are still here. It's so special.
Yeah.
And then I remember when I was getting married, I did a crossover episode because her and her friend started a wedding podcast. Right. And I said, hey, I would love to catch up with you and also get your advice on things. And so that was really special to have like a connection there. And we've had a bunch of people who are patrons or just listeners that have started their own podcasts.
Yeah, it's really special.
Yeah. And like have asked for advice, or, you know, we've done promo swaps with like Tish, for instance. And that just... You know, warms our heart.
It does.
That we've inspired some.
We got a couple messages from you guys. Who you guys were like the OG Tree Hill Talkers.
Right.
Yeah. So Nicole asks, she says, it's hard to truly explain what your podcast network has meant to me over the years. I was listening to another One Tree Hill podcast so many years ago that never completed this series, and then came across your One Tree Hill podcast. The community was such a fun place to be, and the subscription boxes were amazing. I will never forget you guys watching season 3, episode 16 live.
Same.
And doubting what actually happened and immediately starting the next episode.
Right?
You were both in denial. You guys started talking about a One Tree Hill convention and doing a giveaway for a general admission ticket, and I happened to win that ticket and plan my first of many conventions.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? She then continues, it was so fun to meet you guys and to be on the podcast live at the convention and at least 1 or 2 more times throughout Tree Hill Talk. But more than meeting the cast and being in the magic that is Wilmington, I met some of my closest friends still to this day from the first convention that I won a ticket to. Will I make it through without crying? I do not think so.
I listened to all of
my God,
the voicemails and all the stuff from you guys, and I can't handle it.
Yeah, I am forever grateful for what your podcast has opened up. I'm gonna cry. I am so emotional today, guys.
Girl, both of us are super emotional.
And this is the first one. Okay,
I know.
To my love for One Tree Hill, as well as the wonderful friends I've met along the way, there's no surprise that my favorite podcast has been Tree Hill Talk for the reasons listed above, as well as just nostalgic feelings, thinking back to that time. Thank you for everything, ladies, and here's to another 10 years. All my love, Nicole. And she sent a bunch of pictures, which you guys,
that's so sweet. And we met her. She had a little baby.
She had a little baby. Well, she had
two. She's had since 2 sons, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
But they were little babies, and now
in her picture, she's pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, that's so special. We also have Rihanna,
our girl.
She says, hey, ladies, 10 years of my favorite podcast, ladies. Well, I think it's more like 8 years for me. So as the summer of 2018, when you ladies had just started season 9, of One Tree Hill, I had been rewatching seasons 1 through 6 and really watching 7 through 9 for the first time. I wanted to see if there was a podcast talking about One Tree Hill, so I did a little search and bam, history made. It's been an amazing time watching and listening along as the network has grown, but also making friends along the way. Congratulations on 10 years and cheers to the next 10. Lucky 13.
Aww.
When I used to give them patron names.
I know, the patron names.
There was so many. I mean, when we had a little amount of patrons, it was easier to keep track of all the kids. And now we have a lot. And yeah, Rihanna got us these. She literally custom made these mugs.
Yeah, what kind of noodle would you be?
And I love it. It's the same color as our pop filters. It is so my favorite mug. It does keep it hot.
Spoiled us.
You really have. We've got a lot of cups.
We got a lot of cups. Because we used to drink during
we did. We used to.
Not just like alcohol.
Just anything. We were into that LaCroix. Remember the LaCroix?
Remember I was trying to get sponsored by them?
We posted day after day, year after year, like LaCroix, holler at your girls. And they just were like, we don't know you.
They contacted me. It was either on Instagram.
Oh, right. They wanted to use your picture.
They wanted to use my picture. And then I was like, yeah, Tree Hill Talk drinks. Look, right. And they did put that in the article. It was a Yahoo article. Oh my God, that was so.
I love it.
So
we just did whatever. Like again, the social media aspect, and I'm sure we'll get to it even more once we talk about more shows. But nobody knew what we were doing back then. You just were like, should we just shout them out on Instagram or Twitter and just see if anything happens, and nothing, and see if anything took. Yeah. So we would do I did Loving Tan. We did Teespring at the time. We were using them for our t-shirt shop, and they
Audible.
did repost us. Audible. Yeah.
Blue Apron.
We were doing whatever we could.
The wine. What was the wine subscription?
Wink. Was that what it was called?
Yes.
Wink. We had a lot of bottles of wine from them.
We did.
We had a couple of people reach out saying that they bought the subscription too. Yeah. Because it was 5 bottles of wine. You got to tailor it to your taste buds. Nobody, I mean, people do these things now, but I feel generally everyone does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the podcast space. If you're bought by a big network, you have to use those sponsorships. So, support small businesses.
That's what I'm saying. The indie.
We won't tell you to buy something that we won't support.
No.
Hence, none of the ads on this podcast are for anything but us.
Right. So true.
Yeah.
Should we listen to Tish's?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, listen, Michelle and all the Bettys out there. I cannot believe I'm recording yet another one of these, but that's right. It's Tish from Tish's Tea, or Tish the Trivia Correspondent. Happy 10 years. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you guys have been doing this for 10 years. I discovered you guys back in February of 2017. I was in my second year in university. I was going to the gym all the time, and I was like, okay, I love listening to music at the gym, but I want to get a podcast. I was really into podcasts back then, still am, and I figured there has to be a podcast out there that, like, talks about One Tree Hill, and that's how I found Tree Hill Talk. And I've been rocking with you guys ever since through Let's Talk OC, Three Gossip Girls, Talking Texas Forever, We Are Liars, River Pod. Even though I only ever listened to one episode, I did listen to River Pod. Shout out to those who know. But I can't believe you guys have been doing this for 10 years. So before I get into a little tea, because that's right, I have tea. I have some trivia as well. But before that, question for you guys. When was the moment that you thought, okay, yeah, we've made it. That's right. Was it the Lee interview or was it after that? Because, I mean, snagging Lee, like, for your season 4 finale has to be pretty amazing. But was there another moment or a moment after that that you guys thought, okay, yeah, we've made it? Even if you guys don't consider yourself made it, I mean, I would. I mean, I'm a part of your Discord, so, you know. On to some trivia for you guys. So, when you guys started podcasting back in 2016, My Favorite Murder and This American Life were also the top podcast of 2016, which is crazy to me because those have been around for the same amount of time as you guys. They started a little bit before you guys, but just think, you guys are up there with some of the greats, like Serial and all those amazing podcasts. And to me, you guys are the greats. All right, on to some network tea for y'all. So, this network has spawned, well, it may have spawned more, but it spawned 3 matching tattoos. That's right. Me and 2 other Bettys have matching OC-themed tattoos. It also spawned not 1, but 2 international relationships. 1 up north and 1 across the ocean. 1 boyfriend and 1 fiance came from the Bettys. So shout out to y'all for doing that. Love you ladies so much. Thank you for all you've done for me. You've made me feel so loved and so cared for. I've met some of my best friends. I've gotten to travel the world. I've gotten to meet you lovely ladies. When I started my podcast, you guys supported me. You guys ran an ad for my podcast. Without you ladies, honestly, don't know that I would still be here today. Love you ladies so much. Happy 10 years again. Can't wait to do 10 more with y'all.
I feel it inside. I didn't let it drop.
I let it drop earlier from something else, and now it's just the waterways are open.
I love Tish so much. Tish was our correspondent for multiple podcasts.
Yes,
she would bring in trivia
that
we, didn't have the time to look up. She really helped us out a lot, and obviously we got to meet her quite a few times, and she's a special one from Canada.
From Canada, yes. So when do you feel you made it?
I feel like the Lee thing was sheer luck.
Yeah, same.
I also feel like the Jameses. What you have to remember is that back in the day, we didn't contact agents. We just tweeted or DM'd, which hey, maybe it happens more so now than it does it even did then, because people are more on the social media.
Yeah.
But we might have Facebook messaged Lee because he had just made a Facebook at that point, or he was kind of active on there talking about One Tree Hill, and so I think obviously Ingrid probably Facebook messaged him, and he did respond. He was like, here's my agent's info, book it. And we were like, oh, I'm sorry, what? This is wild.
Yeah.
And how hard it is to do a podcast where you don't see the other person. How did we even do that? We did that with Lee, and then we did it with James and Steven over Skype, and what a stressful thing to not be able to, and especially being 3 of us with 2 of them, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
It's wild.
What is wrong with us? Why would we even attempt this?
Oh, because what else do you do? That's what you did.
It was sheer luck.
That's
we were we'll just do it. We're not going to say no. And we did it, and it was great. I mean, I have no notes.
No notes.
I haven't gone back to listen to those episodes in a really long time. Yeah. So who knows? They could be super cringy.
Yeah.
But I doubt it, because I think we talked to James and Steven because it was the first season of Everybody's Doing Great.
Yeah.
which happened to be launching as we were still doing Tree Hill Talk.
Yep.
It just kind of worked out. And then what worked out with Lee was that he was also doing a podcast with his wife.
And Steven was a guest. They were talking about Southern Charm.
Yes. And we were like, oh, something's got to go here. Like it just became what it was.
Yeah.
But made it.
This is such a hard question.
It is such a hard question. We've had so many moments of sheer just joy of, like, even just for instance, the being able to just be press or just being the announcers at the concert or wherever. Like, just that someone thinks of us to be able to be competent to do those things.
Yeah, right.
Is actually really special.
Yeah.
And then I'm surprised you didn't say when Melinda Clark told us that she wanted us to come on her podcast.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm laughing because I could be crying.
No,
because we were crying.
Yeah, I was probably like thinking of like
One Tree Hill stuff.
Well, yeah, and like OC later on, because I've been thinking about this question of like, when do I feel we quote unquote made it? And I think that could be taken a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Especially when you are independent and independently reproducing it. That's just a loaded question. What made it means to you?
Yeah.
You know, I think I don't know. I think I feel it at different ways of just like we curated so many friendships. Like that affects
Community.
me on an emotion. Clearly, I can't even get words out.
I think it's more special to have people who tell us that we mean something to them.
Yeah.
Like this pseudo parasocial relationship of when I listen to you, I feel like you're my friend and I feel like I know you.
Yeah.
That's special, but not in a creepy way, because it could be creepy, but none
Totally.
of you guys are creepy.
No, you guys have
you guys have never
creepy.
creeped us out. You've never.
Never.
Well, there's been some things, but we've never publicly said anything. But you know, they're just hearing how much you guys love each other because of us. Like in Tish's voicemail just now, like growing a friendship that span now all these years because of us. Like what? That means more than, I guess, making it, or how someone would classify making it a normal, like a traditional way.
Yeah. Should we go into Let's Talk OC?
Let's talk about Let's Talk OC.
When Welcome to the OC Bitches was announced, it was like my mission to get on that show. I got a cameo from Misha Barton.
I know.
But Melinda and
Tate was so sweet. I loved him and him talking about like family in Long Island and like it just.
Oh my God, Tate.
Yeah, he was absolutely a doll. I